Hi, I'm Alex. You might know me as English Alex, and I help B1 and above students be able to understand and speak like native speakers. It's my mission to improve accessibility to high quality English learning material, and today I will teach you some of the most commonly mispronounced English words. Obviously, I'll teach you their correct pronunciation. I'll also teach you the commonly mispronounced versions of these words and how to avoid pronouncing them like that. And there's around 30 in total. And there's also a link to a download, which is a download of this editable PDF worksheet, which you can download for free, just because why not? We're trying to improve accessibility to high quality English learning material. So hope you enjoy the video and let's get into it. So if you can say these words correctly, your English pronunciation is fantastic. So number one is hyperbole. Hyperbole. So you can see we have the incorrect pronunciation, which would be hyperbole. Don't say this. The correct pronunciation is hyperbole. The phonetic spelling is below that, and a definition is below that, which is exaggerated statements not meant to be taken literally. There's also an example saying, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse, is hyperbole. And if you download the file, you can write your own sentence with this word on the worksheet. So, number two is epitome. It's not epitome. It is epitome. Epitome, which means the perfect example of something. The next one is quinoa. Quinoa, not quinoa. Quinoa. And quinoa is a healthy grain high in protein, common in salads, and pretty tasty, actually. For example, I had a salad with quinoa yesterday. Okay, number four is mischievous. Mischievous. It is not mischievous. It is mischievous. For example, my cat is very mischievous. I nearly pronounced it wrong there. And the definition is to cause or show a fondness for playful trouble. So maybe a little bit naughty. My cat is super mischievous. Number five is sherbet. Sherbet, not sherbet. Okay? And this is a type of sweet or a frozen dessert made with fruit juice. It's also a type of sweet, very common in the UK. And an example would be, I love a sherbet. I love a sherbet. All right, number six is Worcestershire, or Worcestershire, you can say. However, Worcestershire is more common. And it is not Worcestershire, okay, or anything else. It is simply Worcestershire, or Worcestershire. And the definition is, well, it's actually a region in the UK. So I think I've missed a word off here, which should be Worcestershire sauce. And apologies. And the Worcestershire sauce is a tangy sauce used in cooking. And an example would be, should we add some Worcestershire sauce? Okay. Number seven is draft, as in draft beer, as in the beer that you pull from the tap in a pub. It's not drought, okay? And It can also be a draft of air. That's quite right. So the definition is a draft of air, like a slight wind, a very light wind. And it can also be the beer from a tap. So, for example, I felt a cold draft from the window. Or, would you like a draft beer? Yes. Number 8 is colonel. Colonel, not colonel. Okay? And this is somebody who works in the army. It's a military rank. For example, the colonel led the troops into battle. And number 9 is bruschetta. Bruschetta. It is not bruschetta. Okay? And this is an Italian appetizer with toasted bread and toppings. Typically, it's a small piece of bread and there'll be some diced tomato, maybe diced onion perhaps, and some olive oil and some basil or some herbs on there. It's delicious. I'd love some of that. I might have some soon. Lunchtime. Anyway, an example would be we ordered bruschetta with some olives. Okay, number 10 is cash, as in, sounds like cash, money. It is not pronounced cachet, okay? It's just cash, and this is a place that stores very small files and things on your laptop or your computer. The definition, a hidden storage place or a temporary storage area in computing. So it's something on your web browser and it basically automatically stores things to help with loading in the future. So if you've loaded a website many times, then it will be stored in your cache a little bit. So maybe the English Alex education website is stored in your cache. And if it's not, then check that out. Loads of free content on there and some good content too. Anyway, an example would be, there's probably some of it still stored in your cache. So you should be able to load the page. Okay, number 11 is rendezvous.